Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good evening. I'm Siti Nofitra binti Saidin with metric number CN210256 as your moderator for today's forum. First of all, let me introduce all of our panels for today's forum. First panel is Nurul Natasha binti Muhammad Zaidi CN210315. Second, Akmal Hafiz bin Nur Haizal Azam CN210299. Third, Irfan Hamzah bin Sulaimi CN210370. And the last one we have Nur Araudatul Husna binti Muhammad Nasiri CN210245. Welcome to all of you. And for today's forum title is Green Building Material Improve Energy Efficiency. But before that, we need to know the agenda of green technology is to be environmentally friendly and reduce environmental pollution. There are several factors were involved in this investment of green technology like transportation, energy, building, and waste management sectors. The part that we want to focus on is green building technology. Why? Because it is the hottest trend in construction industry. Meanwhile, the topics which are related to this title are work, energy, heat, and thermal expansion of matter. For instance, the hydropower that was used in the green technology is currently the largest producer of green energy, accounting for over 70% of renewable energy production, which uses the natural flow of moving water to generate electricity. Meanwhile, the common type of green energy is solar energy, which is low emission and does not cause pollution to the environment. Other than that, the geothermal heat helps in the production of green building because of their properties, which does not run a risk of depleting. The use of geothermal heat is environmentally friendly because it does not release emission compared to the utilization of fossil fuels. Lastly, the thermal expansion method is all about how the variations of temperature, which can cause the structure of the green building undergoes the thermal movement of its constituent parts. Most of the building materials will expand due to the rises in temperature around the buildings. Now, we will proceed our forum by hearing an explanation about issues and challenges by Ms. Natasha.
Thank you, moderator. I am Nurul Natasha binti Muhammad Zaidi. I will explain a few issues and challenges in green building technology. Many building and developers are implementing green technology at the moment, but there are a number of issues and challenges to handle. First, high upfront cost of implementing green features because green building projects are often perceived as having higher initial design and construction costs than conventional building. This issue can be further strengthened by referring to the 2014 Southeast Asian Green Building Market Report, show the high cost of building material is also a major obstacle to implementing green building in most Asian markets. Secondly, lack worker skills to construct this green building. The workers must undergo a few exercise, technique and also skill before the project begins. For example, workers need to learn on renewable sources like applying sunlight by passive solar, active solar and photovoltaic equipment, and also applying plants and trees via green roof to ensure that the project done is of high quality and did not suffer any damage. Other than the insufficient supply of green products because green building technology still in their infancy in most countries and are not easy to find compared to conventional building material because it is not widely used around the world. And lastly, insufficient product information and searching also skills to manage project performance and estimate cost of technology, which can cause the developer, architect, and many others to pay the risk of loss if the project is not managed properly, cause the construction industry not advance in the future. Furthermore, there are insufficient guidelines from available sources for reference if any problem happens. This all a few explanations from me about issue and challenges in green technology. I handed it back to the moderator.
Thank you, Ms. Natasha, for giving so many good information about issues and challenges in producing green technology. How about you, Mr. Akmal? Can you give some example of green building material innovation?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good evening to Ms. Moderator, Siti Nur Fitra. Thank you for inviting me to this program. First of all, my name is Akmal Hafiz bin Nur Haizal Azam, CN 2010299. And today, I and Mr. Irfan want to share to all of you about the green building material, because we have so many innovation of green building material nowadays. But in this talk, we just want to share around 6 green building material. Okay. Before we go to the explanation, let me introduce first about what is the innovation of a green building material and why we need it. Okay. Innovation of green building material is an environmental friendly product that was produced for the construction industry. As we know, the construction industry is the most factor of the environmental pollution. So when we use the green innovation product, we can reduce the environmental pollution. For me, to make a zero pollution, this is impossible, but we can reduce the pollution around 50 to 60%. So I think this is a good thing for our environment. And other than that, the green building material also can help us to get the important element in the green technology. This is aural comfort, acoustic comfort, and thermal comfort. Okay. So we have 6 material. First, light controlling skylight system. Second is solid concrete formwork. Third, structure insulate panel system, SIP. 4, semi-transparent solar panel. 5, solar heat collecting wall. 6, soil-based spray in foam insulation. So I will explain 3 material first. Okay, for the please go to the next slide. Okay, first is light controlling skylight system. Okay, this system has a component is like a rotor blade with a clear round side, and this component can handle by manual or automatic system. Okay, the specialty of this material is can reduce the electrical consumption and control the amount of light. Why it can control the electrical consumption? When we can control the light, so the temperature in the building, it can make can low or higher. For the next slide, we have insulate concrete formwork. Okay, for this insulate concrete formwork, or we call in the short form is ICF. It have 3 the main components. That is hollow block, cast in situ concrete, prefabricated expanded polyurethane insulation, EPS. Okay, this material is special because it has the IBS system, or we call industrialized building system, and it has the green technology system. So all the two systems can make reduction of the construction project. The specialty of this material is just need around 20 less energy to get the space conditioning. It can make the thermal resistant, fire resistant, and this material is also the sound reduction, air tightness, consistency of insulation, and the strength and durability of this material is also good. Okay, for the next slide. This is a structural insulated panel system, or SIP. This material also can reduce the construction project because it was applied the industrialized building system and the green technology. The specialty of this material is it can reduce the thermal heat, reduce electrical setup because this electrical component in this building was installed during the production in the factory. Other than that, you also can reduce of investment costs. So I think that's all for the next materials. Mr. Irfan can explain.
Thank you, Mr. Akmal.
Yes, welcome.
Assalamualaikum. I am Irfan Hamzah Sulaimi, and I will explain the other three of this green technology material. So first, we have semi-transparent solar panel. For its components, it are silicon crystal slice, which are cells, glass sheet, aluminium frame, and a polymer backing. It have vary in size, type, shape, and color. For its specialty, it renders electricity from sunlight, allow visible light to pass, and harvest near infrared light. For this solar panel, as we know, solar it absorbs sunlight energy and transfer to electric energy. For second technology is solar heat collecting wall. It components a flat box that have a transparent cover. Second, insulated backplate and tubes which carry a coolant. For this solar heat collecting wall, its specialty is transmits radiation. Second, prevent radiative and convective heat loss to the surface. Third, can produce both electricity and heat. For this solar heat collecting wall, it only used at country that have cold weather. So when the cold weather comes, can transfer heat loss. It can absorb heat and transfer to electricity and heat. Last, soil-based spray and foam insulation. For the component, it have a little bit of soil oil replacing the plastic polyols, and it on spray on foam. For its specialty, first, it resists heat transfer. Second, insulates and seal gaps. From seal gaps, we can prevent hot and cold air, vapor, and moisture. It also safe for health. That's all. Giving back to the moderator.
Thank you, Mr. Irfan, for your product explanation, and it was a good sharing for all of us. We'll now move to the conclusion for this forum by our last panel, Ms. Husna.
Okay, thank you to our moderator. So, we are not building a future for a few years, but we are building for a lifetime, for a long term. Okay, next slide. From this forum, we can conclude that green building material can help us to achieve aura comfort, thermal comfort, and acoustic comfort. Other than that, green building also can help us to prevent environment pollution. We all know that green buildings are still new for some construction developers, especially in Malaysia. Thus, to further raise the green building, government needs help the developer involved in green technology. That's all for the conclusion.
Thank you, Ms. Husna, for the amazing conclusion. I'd like to close this forum by thanking all of the panels for joining this forum. Last but not least, I hope all of us will gather some information and learn something new from this forum. Lastly, thank you and have a good day.